Here we go then. Official Rush Deep Dive. The new 5v5 mode
is nothing without five-a-side.
FC25 brings the most social way to play every game mode for the first time ever.
Introducing Rush. Five-a-side matches for the game this year. Breno and Danilo, take it away.
Rush 5v5 is something completely new to the FC franchise.
5v5 has everything that 11v11 has to offer, but on a smaller pitch.
It's a new way to play your favorite modes in FC.
While gameplay will feel the same as any match in FC25, there are some notable differences that make Rush special. Each match starts with a new kickoff experience that sees players rushing towards the halfway line to see who can claim possession.
I hope there's a bit of ball variation with that.
Pitch, we have changed the offside rules so that a player can only be offside in the attacking third. There are no red cards in Rush. When a serious foul happens, blue cards are issued, resulting in a temporary suspension from the pitch. If the opposition scores, the offending player will return to the pitch faster.
We learned a lot from past small-sided game modes, which helped shape the design and feel of Rush. Quicker matches, zero long-term fatigue, and a clock that counts down to the final whistle. In the case of a draw, matches go to golden goal, followed by a new kind of 101 penalty shootout.
How do you have both?
Nike has designed a new custom stadium just for Rush.
Sorry, just to pause. I don't really understand. What's the point of having golden goal if it's timed and just then goes to penalties? That seems a bit odd.
In Ultimate Team and clubs. We'll have more on that later this summer.
Big new
Match
arena.
day feels very different from other experiences in FC, with new broadcast overlays, cinematic
intros, drone displays in FC25.
And we're underway here.
We mentioned this earlier, but Rush is something you can play across every game mode, in clubs, Ultimate Team, and career.
In Ultimate Team, bring in a player from your club, and you control that player for the entire match, which makes the experience feel much more personal.
It's the perfect complement to the intensity of Rivals and Champs, and you can continue to earn rewards for your Ultimate Team squad. Progression in Clubs Rush is all about playing as a team as well, prioritizing winning games over individual performances. Every win contributes a victory point to your club's tally and improves your individual Rush rank, taking you one step closer to exciting seasonal rewards.
Rush is integrated into Youth Academy in Manager Career, all centered around small-sided Rush games that allow players to have more control over Youth Academy development, taking the traditional skill games training we've had in FC to something more fun to play and more adaptable.
The best and possibly most frustrating part of the beautiful game is communication. During the match, you can send quick messages and reactions to your teammates.
So just
in
like
real
Rocket
time.
League and stuff
or
like that.
Use the right stick to signal to your teammates where you want to go.
Okay, that's it. Everything that you need to know about Rush.
I hope they put nice
I don't know about the rest of you, but I am ready to play this right now. Welcome back to the World's Game. Now, what will you do for the club?
Okay, so first thoughts again are... It looks cool. The question is exactly how it integrates with like Ultimate Team and everything like that. There should... Oh, no, that's not what we're looking for. There should be a deep dive on... Is there not a deep dive on Rush? That's the expectation. No? I mean, we had the Rush feature overview. Does this now link to a full pitch notes? Because if not, then that's a bit surprising. I would have fully expected... Learn more about Rush here. Does it just take you... Ah, so we do have the deep dive. Okay. Sure. So, I don't know why that wasn't in the news section, but it's all good. So, this is Rush, and this is how it fully works. So, we have got a new 5v5 social football experience, which automatically at the start sounds awesome. So 5v5 in EA Sports FC. Team up in the 5v5 Rush gameplay experience for fast-paced, small-sided gameplay. And you can build your dream 5-a-side squad in Ultimate Team Rush Take on the world in Clubs Rush and control your manager career Youth Academy and 5v5 Rush tournaments, as we just saw in the trailer. So, bring your favourite player item and team up with friends in locked 2-player 5v5 matches. Interesting. Rewards you earn in Rush can also be used to improve your own squads in the 11v11 experience. So there are going to be things that you can get by playing Rush that will be rewards for normal Ultimate Team. So I'm assuming that you could do a 1v1 against random people in the world, and you just come in with your team of the season Griezmann, and that's the player that you play with. And maybe the other 4 players are random, rather than it having to be a 5v5 thing. That would be my assumption. Maybe it clarifies it a little bit further down. Squad up with friends and take your club's experience to the Rush pitch in clubs. Every win contributes the victory points to your club's progression and improves your individual Rush rank, taking you one step closer to exciting seasonal rewards. I have no idea what these kind of things would be in terms of clubs. Get closer to your Youth Academy development throughout the season with new playable 5v5 Rush tournaments in career mode, which again look cool. So getting started, in clubs and foot, each Rush team will consist of 5 players, 4 user-controlled outfield players and 1 AI goalie. If a player gets disconnected, the AI takes over. Sure. While goalkeepers are AI teammates throughout the match, the team captain can still perform actions. So just like if you're playing any in pro clubs, right? You can bring the keeper out, you can move them to the side, stuff like that. In online games, goalies on both sides will always have identical heights, attributes, and play styles. That's good. I like that. In kickoff rush and manager career, players have control over the entire team. Sure. So it is balanced keepers between both. Good decision. Race to ball. At the start of every rush match, players will experience the exhilarating race to ball. I know you want to big up stuff, but that's an interesting word to use. 2 ball launchers are positioned at opposite ends of the halfway line. At the beginning of each game, one of these will randomly propel the ball with varying power and height. That's exactly what I hoped for. Good. Creating an element of unpredictability. This novel approach eliminates the need for predetermined positions, with the goal of adding excitement and intensity as players scramble to score the first possession. Good. Is this just an example of a couple of variations of the ball being launched? So this one ends up in the middle right there. Oh no, we are just going to have one example of it. Okay, you could have shown a few to show the variation, but that's fine. Fluid positioning. In Rush, the traditional concept of fixed player roles and positions is set aside. Of course. When play stops, players are placed back on the pitch according to their most recent location, not their position. Okay, so if you do have, like, I don't know, Van Dijk in your team, and you sprint him up front and then the ball goes out of play, he doesn't teleport back to centre-back, he stays up front. Okay, interesting. So ways to play. Rush in clubs and Ultimate Team. In clubs, it invites you to team up with club mates or other solo players. Whether you're solo or with your club mates, you'll need to work together in order to get the win. So you can't just jump in on clubs to, like, a 1v1. In Ultimate Team, Rush is the perfect complement to the competitiveness of Rivals and Champs. So this is basically them saying, this is your casual game mode, right? You want to have fun, you want to just jump on and have a good time, this is where you play. You and up to 3 friends can each bring an item from your squads to build the Ultimate Dream Team. You can also compete with them in special events. Interesting. Build synergy and earn bonuses by completing challenges. Okay. In Foot Rush, earn rush points by completing squad build requirements and finishing matches. They play a crucial role in tracking your progress towards weekly objectives, which offer rewards. Okay. During squad building, you can choose to tackle optional block requirements. Okay. Completing these can earn you extra rush points, multipliers, and bonuses per goal or win. Sure. And we'll learn more about Clubs Rush and Foot Rush in their respective deep dive articles. So whenever the Ultimate Team deep dive comes out, there will be a segment in it talking about Ultimate Team Rush and the same for clubs. That makes sense because it will link into any changes they make in Ultimate Team and stuff like that. But cool. Okay, I like it. One thing, again, we'll learn more about it in that deep dive article, I guess. But it's not quite clear if you went in Foot Rush, whether you would potentially be able to match up with randoms on your team, or whether you would just play a 1v1 against someone with one card that you've brought from your club. We'll find out more about that in the future. So, Rush in Manager, Career, and Kickoff. Kickoff mode also gets its own Rush format. That's cool. Meanwhile, Manager Career has it mainly linking up with the Youth Academy. Rules and regulations. The pitch measures approximately that. 41% of the area of a traditional pitch. So this is the Rush pitch compared to a normal FIFA pitch. So significantly smaller, as you can see. The penalty area and halfway circle are proportionally larger than those on standard pitches to adapt to the reduced playing area while preserving the core football experience. Makes sense. That's how it should always be. Additionally, 2 dotted lines mark each third of the pitch, splitting it into 3. Players can take shots at the opponent's goal from before the halfway line, as long as they've crossed their own defensive offside line. Okay, so in normal FIFA, if you press shoot in your own half, they just boot it and clear it. Whereas this, you can shoot as long as you're past your own defensive third. So you can shoot from like 2/3 of the pitch away. Interesting. Rainbow flick power shot volleys from just past a third. We'll see. Match length and timing. Rush matches consist of a single continuous 7-minute countdown period. And as such, there are no half times. The clock remains paused while the ball is out of play. Okay, so normally games are 6-minute halves, or in squad battles you've got 4-minute halves. So in theory, if the ball is in play, then this will be the quickest mode to play a game in the entirety of the game. I think that's good, because it's just fast-paced, quick, action-packed. We don't really have that kind of thing. So, I like that. When the clock hits 0, the team with the most goals claims victory. Of course. As every match must produce a winner, matches tied at the end of regulation time go to a 2-minute, 20-second golden goal extra time. Interesting why they've made it 2:20. Oh, because it's a third of the normal... Okay, sure. That makes sense. Followed by one-on-one penalty shootouts if the tie remains. We'll cover the penalty shootouts later on. Our buzzer beater rule ensures that if a shot is in flight as the clock hits 0, the game continues until the play concludes. Either a save, the ball out of play, or a goal being scored, or it being blocked. Sure. Additionally, if a penalty kick is awarded in the final seconds, a brief extension is granted, ensuring the fouled player gets the chance to take a shot. A player cannot pass or lose possession, or else the match will end right away. I like that. Again, it's cool. Why not have that? Sounds good to me. Attacking third offside. The offside rule, has been adapted to better fit the Rush experience. Once a player crosses the offside line in their attacking third, regular offside rules apply. Sure. That seems simple enough. So, not offside. So even if they are past all of the opposing players, as long as they're not over the line, they're onside. Whereas... Okay, well that just doesn't work. Should we try again? Ah, okay. Rush offside. This video is a struggle. There we go. So... Oh, right. Sure. I thought they were just going to show someone slightly past the line, but okay, that's fine. Blue cards and the advantage rule. In Rush, there are no red cards. Instead, players who commit a serious foul or deny a goal-scoring opportunity are sidelined for 1 full minute. Okay. Sure. The blue card timer below the sanctioned player's name pauses for out-of-play moments and decreases by 15 seconds for each goal conceded by their team. Okay. If the blue card timer exceeds the remaining match time, it carries over into extra time. Okay. At least 2 outfield players must always be present on the pitch for each side. If a team receives a 3rd blue card while 2 players are already sidelined, they forfeit the match. Cool. Accumulating 2 yellow cards results in a blue card, and the yellow card count resets when a blue card is issued. Goalkeepers are exempt from receiving yellow or blue cards. Okay. The advantage rule has been adapted to help ensure fair play, allowing for delayed card issuance based on the outcome of the advantage played. They talked about this in the gameplay deep dive, so you will now have basically, not just in this, but in normal game modes, red card advantages, but now blue card advantages as well. So previously, in all the other games, if you were through on goal and someone clipped you to basically earn themselves a 2nd yellow card, the game would instantly stop so that they could be sent off. Now, you'll have an advantage and they'll get that card afterwards. So, okay, these just don't seem to work properly. What is going on? I mean, we get the idea, right? It's fine. Sub stamina and injuries. There are no subs in Rush. Okay. Okay, set pieces have been streamlined for efficiency and simplicity, whether it's a throw-in, corner kick, or free kick. Play resumes quickly to keep the game running. This is just going to be ridiculously fast-paced. I love the sound of it so far. It sounds good. Indirect free kicks are... Oh, free kicks are always indirect. You cannot shoot directly at the goal from a free kick. So it just makes it really, really quick. There's no stoppage for a free kick. I like it. Corner kicks, the kicker can adjust while they try to send the ball with the aiming reticle on the ground. Stronger kicks will tend to result in lower, faster. Weaker kicks can be higher and slower. Okay, sure. But you don't, again, everything stays on the same camera, so you don't get the camera swooping round to be behind the player taking the corner. I like it. It just means that it's fast. One-on-one penalty kicks and shootouts. With rush penalty shootouts, we're looking to build on the excitement and intensity of 11v11 ones. During regular time, a penalty kick is awarded to any player fouled within the penalty box, giving them a chance to beat the goalkeeper one-on-one. If the game goes to a shootout after a goalless extra time, players from both sides alternate taking one-on-one penalty kicks, with each player having 10 seconds to take their shot. During shootouts, only the kick taker and the goalkeeper will be involved in the play, while the other players will spectate. I mean, sure. So here's a penalty in normal time. So as you can see, the penalties are one-on-ones against the goalie. So it's like old MLS penalties, and you'll have 10 seconds to basically try and score. Like that. Social features. We've got 2-player celebrations. Interactions generally brief. Intent is for them to add a fun element to scoring without disrupting the fast-paced nature of Rush. Okay. Quick chat, tactical requests. Quick chat enables players to swiftly express reactions and emotions. Sure, okay. You can also send commands like pass, cross, through, and shoot. So I guess if you're playing online with random people, then you can request stuff like that. Ping system. In response to early feedback from our initial playtest, we introduced a ping system to better facilitate tactical communication. Ping allows players without the ball to flick the right stick input to signal their intentions to teammates, inspired by the directed run visual for consistency. Oh, so that's what we saw in the trailer. Okay, that's fine. And it will appear in the colour corresponding to each player's indicator. Okay. Sure. I think that's good. That's nice. Good addition. Additional information, Rush Training Centre. We're adding a Rush chapter within the Training Centre menu. Oh, okay. Sure. Makes it easier for people to learn. Rush cameras. There are 4 new camera angles specifically designed for Rush, intended to address the unique challenge of the smaller pitch size. So you've got broadcast, tactical, pro, and end-to-end. Okay. During gameplay, Oh, wow, you can just press a button on the controller in-game to switch the camera focus from the ball to your player. It's almost as if they have taken huge inspiration from Rocket League. Interesting. That's really cool. I like that. That's good. AR Coach. The augmented reality coach provides real-time visual guidance to help improve players' decision-making and positioning during Rush matches for newcomers. Okay, sure. Rush-specific match rating system emphasizes the importance of teamwork and strategic play. Players will now see their ratings be more significantly impacted by their contributions to team efforts, rather than solely on individual achievement. Good. Give props to the people that are actually making things happen, rather than just the people getting a goal or an assist. Okay, so we will hear more about Rush specifically when it comes to clubs, and specifically when it comes to Ultimate Team, in those specific deep dives when they happen, which I think is good. It makes sense. So, my initial reaction is that it sounds like they pretty much realized that Volta was not as popular as FIFA Street used to be. How can we actually utilize these smaller pitches and gameplay style to make something that is going to be fun and entertaining and make people want to play? And I think they've done a really good job. On the face of it here, it looks like it. They could easily have just made this its own mode, but to link it in to clubs and to link it into Ultimate Team, I think is a great decision. A really, really good decision. And I wonder if the initial response to Volta was so poor that they basically canned their other ideas that they had for it pretty quickly. Because when Volta launched, they didn't have some big features when it comes to like playing with your friends and stuff like that. And so did they, basically just think, okay, people hate this. We need to make something completely different. And they started developing Rush instead. Maybe. But on the face of it, so far, this looks awesome. And I'm really looking forward to hear more about it. So bring on the club's deep dive and bring on the Ultimate Team deep dive to let us hear more about Rush.